Have you ever caught yourself wondering, why do my legs feel weaker, even though I'm doing everything right? You're eating well, staying active, following all the advice, and yet stairs feel steeper. Getting out of a chair takes more effort than it used to, and walks that once felt easy now leave you sore or unsteady. Is this just aging or something else silently working against you? Here's the part that may surprise you. It's not always what you're not doing. It's actually something you're doing every single day. Something you've been told is healthy, natural, and good for you. And you've been doing it with complete confidence. I'm talking about fruit. Yep, fruit. The food we've been told our whole lives is the picture of health. Don't get me wrong. Many fruits are fantastic. But here's what almost no one talks about. Not every fruit is good for older adults. In fact, there are some common fruits, ones we snack on weekly without a second thought, that could be slowly making your legs feel weaker, your joints stiffer, and your balance less stable. And it's not your fault. Your body has changed. As we age, so do our metabolism, circulation, and inflammation response. Foods that once nourished, you can start having the opposite effect, and fruits are no exception. These so-called healthy fruits may actually spike your blood sugar, increase joint inflammation, and contribute to that nagging knee pain or calf tightness you can't seem to shake. The worst part? The damage is subtle. You might not feel it right away. But one day after a short walk, your knees ache, or your thighs feel tight, or you feel sharp pain in your calves for no clear reason. And by then, the effects have been building up quietly day after day. So what are these fruits? And what should you be eating instead to protect your legs, your joints, and your independence? Stick with me because we're about to break it all down so you can make simple, smart changes that support strong, pain-free legs well into your golden years. Today I'm going to share something that might completely change the way you look at your fruit bowl. We're talking about the 7 most dangerous fruits for anyone over 6'0", especially if you care about protecting your legs from pain, weakness, or long-term damage. These fruits might look harmless. Some are even marketed as superfoods. But for seniors, they could be doing more harm than good. After this, you'll never look at certain fruits the same way again. So if you want to stay strong, steady, and pain-free, stick with me until the end. This might just be the wake-up call your body's been waiting for. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications if you care about your health. Here at Senior Health Hub, we talk about the real stuff, truths no one else is saying out loud. And hey, if you're watching this and it resonates, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your voice truly matters more than you realize. Alright, let's jump into the first fruit on our list. It's juicy, it's tropical, it's often praised for fighting inflammation. But for older adults, it may be doing the exact opposite. Let's talk about pineapple now. Pineapple's been celebrated for its anti-inflammatory compound called bromelain. Sounds great, right? Here's the twist. For many people over 60, pineapple may be a hidden trigger. Why? Because while bromelain might help with inflammation, pineapple is also packed with natural acids and high amounts of sugar. And as we age, our bodies change. Our blood vessels become more fragile, our sugar metabolism slows down, and our inflammatory response becomes more sensitive. So that sweet, tangy slice of pineapple, it might be quietly spiking your blood sugar, irritating your joints, putting stress on your legs and knees, without you even realizing it. And pineapple is just the beginning. Now here's where pineapple becomes even more concerning. Sure, it has some health benefits, but it also delivers a powerful dose of natural sugar straight into your bloodstream. And how does that affect you? Well, it causes your blood sugar to spike fast. That sudden spike can damage the tiny blood vessels that supply blood to your legs, feet, and muscles. And over time, as circulation weakens, something troubling begins to happen. Less oxygen reaches your legs. You start feeling that dull, dragging ache after a simple walk. Standing up brings unexpected stiffness in your knees. Your ankles ache even after a day of just sitting around. Sound familiar? And that's not all. Pineapple isn't just sweet acidic. That acid can irritate your joints, especially if you already struggle with arthritis or chronic inflammation. It's like tossing fuel onto a fire that's already burning in your hips, knees, and ankles. Some people even say their legs feel heavier after eating pineapple, like their strength is slowly slipping away. And here's something you really need to know. If you're on medication, especially blood thinners, The enzyme bromelain in pineapple can interfere with how your meds work. It can make them too strong or not strong enough. But the most dangerous thing about pineapple, it doesn't cause obvious symptoms. There's no immediate pain, no warning signs. It just quietly chips away at your mobility. Till one day you notice you can't move like you used to. And that's the saddest part. Most seniors eat pineapple thinking they're helping their health, but in reality, they could be contributing to the very leg pain and weakness they're trying to avoid. Now, does this mean you need to give up pineapple forever? Not at all. But if you've been noticing persistent leg pain, swelling, or fatigue after activity, it's smart to cut back or eat it sparingly. The damage may be subtle, but it's real. So now you know pineapple may not be as innocent as it seems. But what about bananas? They're soft, sweet, full of potassium. Sounds like the perfect food for energy and muscle health, right? Well, for younger folks maybe? But for seniors? Oh, the story changes. Bananas have long been praised for preventing cramps and supporting muscle strength. But here's the problem. They're also packed with natural sugars and fast-digesting carbs. That means when you eat a banana, your blood sugar spikes almost instantly. And over time, these repeated spikes can cause your body to become resistant to insulin. When that happens, your circulation suffers. Inflammation increases. And your legs, your strongest supporters, begin to pay the price. You might feel a dull soreness in your thighs when climbing stairs, a strange heaviness in your legs after meals, or maybe a growing stiffness in your calves you just can't explain. And that's not all. Bananas can also lead to fluid retention, especially if you have heart issues. It means swollen feet, puffy ankles, and stiff joints that make even everyday movements uncomfortable. The worst part, you don't notice the damage right away. You think you're helping your muscles by eating bananas regularly, but over time, you may actually be losing strength and making movement more painful. So if you've been dealing with aching legs, swollen ankles, or that strange post-meal heaviness, you might want to take a closer look at the fruits on your plate. Because while bananas may seem muscle-friendly, the next fruit on our list is even smaller and just as sneaky. Let's talk about grapes. Grapes tiny, juicy, and easy to snack on. They're often praised for being heart-healthy, rich in antioxidants, and super convenient. But for seniors, grapes can carry an unexpected cost. Asterisk, asterisk, why? Because they're high in a type of sugar called fructose. And here's what makes fructose tricky. It doesn't just circulate in your blood, it goes straight to your liver, where it's converted into fat and uric acid. When your liver can't keep up, uric acid builds up in your joints, especially in sensitive areas like your toes, ankles, knees, and that buildup. It leads to burning pain, random stiffness, and sudden swelling that makes even light walking feel like a chore. So while grapes may look harmless and heart-smart, they could be behind that nagging joint pain or unexpected flare-ups in your legs. The truth is, what's healthy for one person may not be for another, especially as we age. Have you ever felt that piercing pain in your big toe late at night? Or unexpected stiffness in your calves that seems to appear out of nowhere? You might be surprised to learn that the cause could be as simple as a handful of grapes. Why? Because grapes raise uric acid levels, and fructose fuels chronic inflammation. Your legs pay the price: slow movement, increased stiffness, added pressure in the joints. And here's the sneaky part. Grapes are so easy to overeat. They're bite-sized, refreshing, and you nibble without thinking. Before you know it, you've eaten 2 or 3 cups, and that sugar adds up fast. So while they may look like a healthy snack, grapes could be silently reducing your flexibility and making your legs feel heavier, achier, and less stable. Now that you know what might be hiding behind that sweetness, let us move on to a fruit you'd never expect to cause harm. It's luscious, vibrant, and practically a symbol of health and hydration. Let's talk about watermelon. Watermelon, light, juicy, refreshing. The fruit of summer. It's got water. It's low in calories. What could possibly be wrong with it?
Oh.
Here's the secret. Watermelon has an extremely high glycemic index, which means it raises your blood sugar just as fast as candy. Shocking, right? And those rapid sugar spikes? They're especially dangerous for older adults. When blood sugar rises quickly, your body releases insulin to bring it back down. But as we age, our ability to regulate insulin gets weaker, and poor insulin control leads to what? Inflammation, especially in areas with already poor circulation. Where does that show up? Right in your calves, ankles, and knees. You might feel leg fatigue right after eating, a dull pain during a short walk, or swelling around your ankles that doesn't go away. And suddenly, climbing stairs feels like scaling a mountain. Watermelon might feel light, but it acts like a charming little trap. Each sweet bite quietly wears down your legs. The danger? Most people eat huge portions. One slice becomes 2, then 3, because it's just water, right? But what you're really adding is more sugar, more stress on your body, more inflammation. You think you're helping your hydration, but in reality, your circulation is struggling, your blood sugar is rising, and your legs are suffering. So the next time your legs feel unusually tired or your ankles swell after lunch, ask yourself, could it be the watermelon? It may be time to rethink how often this fruit lands on your plate, especially if you've been noticing increasing leg discomfort. You've heard it your whole life. Eat oranges for vitamin C. They're bright, fresh, the very picture of health. Juice in the morning, a few slices with breakfast. It's a habit many seniors hold on to. But what if I told you that oranges might be secretly working against you? Let's talk about oranges. They're everywhere on breakfast tables and smoothies, even in health supplements. And yes, they're rich in vitamin C, known to support the immune system.
I bought here.
That's the uncomfortable truth for those over 60. Behind that citrusy glow is something your joints do not like. Get citric acid. Now, that might not sound like a big deal, but for seniors with arthritic joints, inflammation, or mobility issues, it can be a hidden source of pain. Here's what could be happening. You wake up with stiff knees. Your hips ache after sitting for a while. Climbing out of a chair feels tougher than it should. Sound familiar? You might assume it's just aging. But that morning glass of orange juice you drink religiously, it could be part of the problem. Why? Because citric acid doesn't just affect your stomach. Once it enters your bloodstream, it can irritate the delicate tissues around your joints, especially if inflammation is already there. And oranges aren't just acidic, they're naturally sugary too. That combination, acid plus sugar equals inflammation. Inflammation that spreads quietly through your knees, ankles, and calves. So every step starts to feel heavier.
Ow.
Every walk, a little shorter. Your body hurts, but the reason hides in something you thought was healthy. And that's the most dangerous part. You believe you're doing something right. After all, oranges have been marketed as wellness and appeal. But now you know. For aging joints, that habit might be hurting more than helping. So if oranges, with all their vitamin C, can quietly make your legs ache, what about a fruit that's supposed to be the safe option? It's green, crisp, lower in sugar. You've probably been told it's the smart choice, but it might be fueling your nighttime cramping, tight knees, and aching hips. Let's talk about green apples. Green apples look clean and natural. They're not as sweet as red apples, which makes them the go-to snack for health-conscious seniors. But here's what most people don't realize. Green apples may actually be silently contributing to muscle fatigue, joint stiffness, and that uncomfortable heaviness in your legs. Why? 2 reasons. Malic acid and hidden sugars. Malic acid is what gives green apples their tartness. But for seniors with sensitive joints, it can irritate tissue, especially in areas already affected by inflammation or arthritis. Combine that with the fruit's natural sugars, and you've got another case of spiking blood sugar, subtle inflammation, and increased joint pressure. So even if it tastes healthy, even if it feels like the right choice, a green apple might be slowly wearing down your mobility without you ever noticing. And just like with oranges, the worst part is the belief that you're redoing something good for your body, but now you know better. And knowledge is power. So if something as crisp and clean as a green apple can irritate joints and disrupt your sleep, what happens when we eat something far sweeter? Let's move from sour to sweet, dangerously sweet. Let's talk about mangoes. Mango, juicy, rich, smooth like butter, and naturally sweet. For many, it's the highlight of summer, a natural treat straight from nature. But for anyone over 60, it may be one of the most harmful fruits you can eat. Why? Because mango is a sugar bomb. Not just a sprinkle of sweetness, but a powerful burst of natural sugar that floods your bloodstream the moment you eat it. And here's the kicker. Your body can handle sugar the same way it used to. When you were 25 or even 45, your metabolism bounced back fast. Your insulin response was smooth and efficient, but after 60, everything slows down. Your body becomes more sensitive to sugar spikes. Spikes, and mango delivers a spike like few other fruits. Here's what happens. You eat a mango, your blood sugar skyrockets. Your body rushes to produce insulin, then crashes. And each time that roller coaster happens, it creates inflammation deep inside your body, especially in your joints and connective tissues. Where do you feel it? Your ankles feel sore by evening? Your knees feel warm, tight, or swollen? Your hips ache after a short walk? And your legs feel heavy even when you've done nothing all day? This isn't just aging. It's a repeated sugar attack wearing down your strength over time. And mango does it silently. You feel great while eating it sweet, cool, indulgent. But an hour later, your legs hurt, and you can't quite figure out why. Here's something most people don't realize. Mango's sugar content is comparable to some sodas. And unlike candy, it doesn't raise red flags because it feels healthy. But in truth, mangoes can accelerate joint breakdown, worsen inflammation, and leave your legs aching day after day. So if the fruit that tastes like dessert is secretly draining your mobility, and mango isn't the only culprit. In fact, there are 7 fruits that, despite their glowing reputation, can actually make things worse for aging joints, stiff knees, swollen ankles, and tired legs. But here's the good news. Some fruits do the exact opposite. They heal, support circulation, and can even bring relief to legs that have felt heavy or painful for years. Let's focus on those. First up, berries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. These are like little anti-inflammatory powerhouses. They're low in sugar, gentle on your blood sugar levels, packed with antioxidants that help improve circulation, especially in the legs. They fight stiffness, ease, swelling, and can make moving around feel easier again. Next, cherries. In moderation, cherries help lower uric acid, which means fewer gout flare-ups and less joint pain in places like your toes and knees. A small handful, just a few, can go a long way in keeping your joints happy. And here's one most people don't even realize is the fruit avocado. It's rich in healthy fats that cushion your joints, fight inflammation, and support your nervous system. It won't spike your blood sugar, and it helps your body absorb the nutrients that keep you mobile, strong, and balanced. Why is it so powerful? Because it's full of healthy fats, the kind that cushion your joints, fight internal inflammation, and help your body absorb nutrients better. Even better, avocado helps regulate insulin levels. You get steady energy without those blood sugar crashes that leave your legs feeling weak or your joints flaring up. Need something easier on digestion? Reach for papaya. This gentle tropical fruit contains natural enzymes that calm inflammation and support your digestive system. It's kind on your stomach, easy on your joints, and doesn't overload your system. And don't forget about pears. They're sweet, but not overly sugary, and when paired with a little fiber or protein, they give your body clean, lasting energy without tiring out your legs. No heaviness, no sudden crashes, just balance. Sometimes as we age, it can feel like your body is slowly disappearing, like you're losing control over your strength and mobility. But here's the reality. You can take control. And it doesn't require extreme diets or drastic changes. It starts with small, wise choices: one meal, one fruit, one decision at a time. The fruits we talked about today are not bad in themselves. But as your body changes, some of these once healthy favorites might not be the best fit anymore, and that's okay. Aging doesn't mean giving up. It means getting smarter about what you eat and how you care for your body. You begin to eat mindfully, choosing fruits that actually support your strength, circulation, and joints. You'll start to notice something powerful. Less pain, more flexibility, smoother mornings, lighter steps. That's the goal, not fear or restriction, but freedom to move and live well. Now I want to hear from you. What did you learn today? What's one change you're ready to make? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because when we share, we all grow stronger together. If this video opened your eyes even a little, please hit like. Subscribe so you don't miss vital info that could transform your health. And before you go, turn on notifications. Quick favor. Type 1 if this video was useful, or 0 if it wasn't. Your voice matters more than you realize. Remember, your legs carry your independence. Don't take them for granted. Now here's something that might shock you. Did you know that some fruits, yes, fruits, can actually harm your health more than soda, especially if you're over 65? A 2023 study, published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, found that seniors regularly eating certain healthy fruits had a 57% higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome, invisible killer, linked to stroke, diabetes, and heart failure. What's worse? These dangerous fruits are marketed as superfoods front and center in health stores and ads while quietly damaging your organs day by day. If you're over 65, your metabolism slows down, your cells get more vulnerable, and your sugar tolerance plummets. That means these toxic fruits can do irreversible damage long before you notice any symptoms. But here, it's the secret they guarantee want you to know. There are forgotten fruits out there that work like natural medicine for aging bodies. Fruits that can dramatically lower your blood pressure, strengthen your heart, and even reverse brain aging by years. Want to discover those fruits and take back control? Stay tuned, because your healthiest days are still ahead.
Ow.
In this exclusive video, we're exposing the 4 miracle fruits every senior must consume daily, and the 4 deadly fruits you should avoid at all costs. And trust me, you won. Believe which common sweet treat tops our danger list. It's a fruit loved by millions that could be secretly draining your vitality and shaving years off your life expectancy. Before we dive in, drop a comment below and tell us where you're watching from. Please hit that like button if you want to keep seeing life-saving health tips, and don't forget to subscribe for more shocking revelations. Alright, let's unveil the truth they've been hiding from you. Number 4. Avocados. Yes, avocados are technically a fruit, and they deserve a special spotlight because what I'm about to tell you could transform your health. For decades, many of us were warned to avoid fats, but the truth is, avocados contain some of the most powerful healing fats you can add to your diet as a senior. What makes avocados truly revolutionary is their unique concentration of monounsaturated fats, mainly oleic acid. Clinical studies show these fats dramatically lower dangerous LDL cholesterol while boosting your good HDL cholesterol. This fat profile makes avocados incredibly valuable for seniors dealing with heart and circulation issues. Better cholesterol balance directly translates into a significant reduction in heart attack and stroke risk. Here's something many seniors and even some doctors don't realize. An avocado contains more potassium than a banana, about at 975 milligrams per fruit. That's huge, especially since nearly 2/3 of adults over 65 silently battle high blood pressure. Potassium helps balance out sodium in your body and naturally relaxes blood vessels, bringing blood pressure down without needing extra meds. But wait, there's more. Avocados also deliver a hefty dose of lutein, a powerful antioxidant that protects your eyes. It's been proven to slow down age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in seniors. But perhaps the most astonishing benefit of avocados: their unique ability to unlock nutrient absorption. Many essential vitamins and antioxidants in vegetables like vitamins D, E, and K are fat-soluble. That means your body can't absorb them properly without fat. So when you eat avocado alongside your veggies or cooked greens, you can increase absorption of these vital nutrients by up to 15 times. That's a revolutionary boost without needing endless supplements. How do you unlock these life-changing benefits? It's just half an avocado a day is enough to transform your health. Spread it on whole grain toast, blend it into a protein smoothie, or enjoy it with a spoon and a dash of lemon. However you eat it, this miracle fruit is a true game changer for extending your healthy years. Could this be the secret to longevity hiding in plain sight? Number 3. Apples. Apples are packed with a special fiber called pectin that nourishes the good bacteria in your gut. A healthy gut microbiome means better digestion, stronger immunity, and improved nutrient absorption, all critical as we age. What really sets apples apart is their effect on cholesterol and heart health. Pectin binds to harmful cholesterol in your digestive tract and helps remove it, lowering dangerous LDL cholesterol levels over time. Apples also contain flavonoids like quercetin, which actively reduce chronic inflammation and support cardiovascular function. Here's the fascinating part. Despite their natural sweetness, apples have a low glycemic load. Their fiber slows sugar absorption. It's preventing the spikes and crashes that can wreak havoc for seniors with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. That protective effect can be life-changing. Plus, apples are filling because of their fiber and water content, perfect for natural appetite control and weight management. And here's something few health experts talk about: Eating apples regularly stimulates saliva production, reducing the risk of cavities and gum disease, problems that worsen with age. Could one simple apple a day really keep the doctor away? What other secrets might this common fruit hold? Number 2. Pomegranate. Imagine a fruit so powerful it could transform your cardiovascular system. Pomegranate might not be the first fruit you think of for daily eating, but for seniors, this ruby red wonder is like liquid gold for your aging heart. As we get older, our arteries stiffen and harden, restricting blood flow, raising blood pressure, and putting dangerous strain on the heart. What makes pomegranate truly extraordinary is its exclusive supply of punicalagins, rare antioxidants so powerful it can reduce arterial oxidative stress by over 30%.
This isn't just hype. Groundbreaking.
Studies published in the prestigious journal Atherosclerosis showed that punicalagins deliver up to 3 times the antioxidant power of red wine or green tea. Why does this matter? Because oxidative stress inflames and narrows your arteries. Think of it like rust corroding an old water pipe. Punicalagins actively clear those damaging compounds, making blood flow dramatically smoother and easier. And the benefits don't stop there. Clinical research proves that pomegranate juice can lower systolic blood pressure by an astonishing 5 to 21% in people with hypertension, a game changer for seniors wanting to manage blood pressure without piling on medications. But wait, there's more. Pomegranate is also a brain booster. A landmark UCLA study found that older adults who drank pomegranate juice daily showed significant improvements in verbal memory tests compared to those who didn't tea. Memory loss is one of the most feared effects of aging, so this is huge news. Plus, for seniors with dental challenges, pomegranate juice delivers these benefits without the need for chewing. Even antioxidant supplements from pomegranate show promise. But whole fruit gives you extra fiber and essential micronutrients too. Here's a little secret most doctors 1T tell you don't need to consume large amounts daily. Just a half cup of seeds or a splash of pure juice in your morning routine can deliver transformative health benefits. And unlike many sweet fruits, pomegranate has a low glycemic index, meaning it won't cause dangerous blood sugar spikes that accelerate aging. That's crucial for seniors managing prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Just be sure to choose 100% pure pomegranate juice with no added sugars. And if you're on blood thinners, please check with your doctor before making pomegranate a regular part of your diet, since it can interact with some medications. But we have to ask, what makes this ancient fruit so uniquely powerful for aging bodies, and why isn't every senior consuming it daily? Number 1, berries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. At the pinnacle of our list of life-extending fruits for seniors are these remarkable berries, specifically blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, which collectively deliver the most extraordinary age-defying properties ever discovered in natural foods. What makes berries uniquely transformative for seniors is their profound impact on cognitive function and brain rejuvenation. These tiny marvels are packed with anthocyanins, the rare plant compounds that not only give blueberries their vibrant color, but also function as powerful neural protectors. When consumed regularly, these compounds actively work by reducing brain inflammation and dramatically enhancing communication between brain cells. In fact, revolutionary research published in the prestigious journal Annals of Neurology discovered that seniors who consumed just 2 servings of blueberries weekly experienced measurable delays in cognitive aging by up to 2.5 years. This means they essentially maintained the cognitive function of someone significantly younger. This brain protective effect appears directly linked to berries' unique ability to cross the critical blood-brain barrier and directly neutralize oxidative damage in brain tissues before irreversible damage occurs, but the benefits extend far beyond cognitive protection. Berries fundamentally improved balance and coordination, which is absolutely vital for preventing devastating falls. The leading cause of serious injury among seniors, the cardiovascular benefits of regular berry consumption are equally remarkable. With multiple clinical studies demonstrating significant reductions in blood pressure, improvements in arterial flexibility, and decreased markers of inflammation among older adults who incorporate berries into their daily regimen. These effects translate to measurable reductions in heart disease risk, which is particularly critical, since heart disease remains the leading cause of death among seniors. Beyond these major benefits, berries offer exceptional blood sugar management properties. with their special fiber and bioactive compounds helping to stabilize glucose levels after meals, preventing the dangerous blood sugar spikes that can exacerbate diabetes or pre-diabetic conditions common in older adults. The fiber content in berries, approximately 8 grams per cup, also supports optimal digestive health and promotes regular bowel movements without irritating sensitive digestive systems. Just 1 cup daily, whether added to oatmeal, yogurt, or a nutrient-rich smoothie, can make a dramatic difference in energy, mental clarity, and even mood stability. But here's the critical detail: most nutritionists must always choose fresh or frozen berries and never dried varieties. Why? Because dried berries are often loaded with hidden sugars that completely wipe out all the health benefits we just talked about. Now that we've uncovered the top 4 miracle fruits seniors should be eating daily, it's time to expose the 4 dangerous fruits seniors should never touch, starting with one that might be sitting in your kitchen right now. Number 4. Grapes. At first glance, grapes seem harmless, even healthy. They're small, sweet, and refreshing, often promoted for their antioxidant power, especially the red or black ones. But here's the shocking truth. For seniors, grapes can be dangerously deceptive. The hidden danger? Their extremely high sugar content combined with almost no fiber. Grapes contain a concentrated sugar called fructose, and because they're so easy to pop by the handful, it's frighteningly easy to consume way more sugar than you realize. Get this. 1 cup of grapes contains a staggering 23 grams of sugar that is nearly the same as a candy bar. For older adults already struggling with blood sugar control, this is a metabolic disaster waiting to happen. Without fiber to slow absorption, this sugar floods your bloodstream, triggering dangerous spikes in blood glucose and insulin. These spikes aren't just temporary, they're linked to accelerated weight gain, chronic inflammation, and a skyrocketing risk of type 2 diabetes. And there's more. Unless you buy organic, grapes are often coated with pesticide residues. For seniors with weakened immune systems or sensitive digestion, this can cause additional health problems. Even the grape skin, which looks innocent, offers little nutritional protection compared to the tough, fiber-rich skins of apples or pears. So the shocking reality? Grapes might seem innocent, but they're a metabolic time bomb hiding in plain sight. Especially risky for seniors aiming to keep their energy, weight, and metabolism stable. But what other fruits should you avoid like the plague? Number 3. Dried fruits. Dried fruits, especially those commercially processed with sulfites, are one of the most dangerous fruit choices for seniors even, though they look wholesome and convenient. Why? Because drying concentrates the sugar massively. When the water is removed, you're basically left with pure fruit sugar in a tiny, easy-to-overeat package. For example, a small handful of dried apricots packs as much sugar as several whole fresh apricots. That means it's shockingly easy to consume way too much fructose without the fiber and water that normally signal fullness. For seniors managing diabetes or insulin resistance, dried fruits can cause dramatic blood sugar spikes even in small amounts. Over time, this can lead to full-blown type 2 diabetes or make it much harder to control. But it doesn't stop there. These sugar spikes cause systemic inflammation throughout your body, which can worsen arthritis pain, speed up cognitive decline, and weaken your immune system. I mean, that's something seniors absolutely cannot afford. And here's a shocking revelation. Commercially produced dried fruits often contain added sulfites, those preservative chemicals used to keep the fruit looking fresh and colorful on store shelves. But these sulfites can be dangerous, especially for seniors. They are known to trigger severe asthmatic reactions in sensitive individuals. And seniors are particularly vulnerable thanks to natural, age-related declines in respiratory function and the higher prevalence of asthma and COPD among older adults. While roughly 1 in 100 people have sulfite sensitivity, that number rises sharply among seniors with respiratory issues. Combine that with the inflammatory effects of both the concentrated sugars and the sulfite preservatives, and dried fruits become a real hazard for seniors battling chronic inflammation. It's like the arthritis affecting nearly 50% of adults over 65. But there's an even more surprising danger hiding in your fruit bowl. Number 2. Unripe bananas. While fully ripened bananas with their familiar brown spots can be a nutritious choice for many seniors, unripe or green bananas are a completely different story, and one you want to avoid. The biggest risk is their high-resistant starch content. Unlike the simple, easily digestible sugars in ripe bananas, This resistant starch resists digestion in the small intestine. For seniors already facing age-related digestive challenges like reduced digestive enzyme production and slower gut motility, this resistant starch can cause serious discomfort, painful bloating, gas, and abdominal cramps. This problem worsens for seniors with conditions like irritable bowel syndrome or other inflammatory bowel diseases, which become more common with age. But the issue isn't just discomfort. Digestion resistance can interfere with nutrient absorption from other foods eaten at the same meal. That's particularly concerning for seniors, many of whom already struggle with nutrient deficiencies due to medications. Decreased appetite, or natural age-related changes in how the body absorbs nutrients. To make matters worse, unripe bananas contain astringent compounds, the reason for their chalky, dry mouthfeel that can irritate the lining of the digestive tract in sensitive individuals, triggering gut inflammation. And nutritionally unripe bananas fall short. They contain significantly fewer antioxidants compared to their ripe counterparts. As these beneficial compounds increase dramatically during the ripening process, but nothing compares to the shocking danger of our number one fruit to avoid. Number 1. Grapefruit. At the very top of our danger list, hidden in plain sight, is a fruit that will surprise many health-conscious seniors. Grapefruit. Despite its reputation as a health food and weight management aid, grapefruit poses potentially life-threatening risks for seniors taking common medications. When CYP3A4 is inhibited, medications can accumulate in the bloodstream to dangerously high toxic levels. It's like receiving a much higher dose than prescribed even when taking the correct amount. This can dramatically increase the risk of serious side effects, some of which may be fatal depending on the medication. The list of affected drugs is extensive and includes many commonly prescribed to seniors, such as statins used to lower cholesterol, atorvastatin, statin, simvastatin, critical blood pressure medications, certain calcium channel blockers like nifedipine anti-anxiety medications, buspirone, anti-arrhythmia drugs, amiodarone, some common antihistamines and immunosuppressants. In one shocking example, consuming grapefruit while taking the statin Lipitor can increase drug levels in the bloodstream by over 400%. Dramatically raising the risk of serious side effects including muscle breakdown and kidney failure. Even more alarming, these dangerous interactions don't require large amounts of grapefruit. Just half a fruit or a small glass of juice can be enough to trigger life-threatening complications. And these effects can last for up to 72 hours after consumption. So spacing out grapefruit and medication timing isn't a safe workaround. Because this interaction risk is so significant and affects so many vital medications for seniors, grapefruit takes the top spot on our danger list of fruit to avoid completely or approach with extreme caution. Now you know the 4 miracle fruits to add daily and the 4 dangerous fruits seniors should avoid at all costs. Your health and independence depend on the choices you make every day, small, wise decisions that add up to a stronger, more vibrant you. If you found this information eye-opening, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another life-changing health tip. We want to hear from you. Comment below. Which fruit are you excited to add to your diet? Which one will you avoid from now on? Together we can grow stronger and healthier every day. If you take any prescription medication, it is absolutely essential to talk to your doctor or pharmacist about whether it's safe for you to consume grapefruit or grapefruit juice. Don't assume it's safe. The risk of amplifying your medication's effects or dangerous side effects is simply too high to ignore. Grapefruit may seem like an innocent fruit, but it hides a potentially deadly interaction. So there you have it, the complete truth about fruits seniors should be embracing, and those they should eliminate immediately. The beneficial ones, avocado, apples, pomegranates, and berries can literally transform how you age, enhance mental clarity, and dramatically strengthen your body. But the dangerous ones, grapefruit, dried fruits, unripe bananas, and seemingly innocent grape scan, silently rob your energy, spike your blood sugar, and fuel inflammation that puts your entire health at risk. What's most alarming is how insidious these effects can be. Most people don't realize that a handful of grapes or half a grapefruit could be triggering a cascade of harmful processes inside their bodies, often only recognized after serious damage has occurred. So choose wisely, eat mindfully, and whenever possible, pair your fruit with protein or healthy fat to maximize benefits. Now we're curious. Have you been unknowingly consuming these dangerous fruits without realizing the risks? Which revelation surprised you the most in this video? Have you experienced unusual reactions after eating certain fruits that might now make sense? Share your experiences and questions in the comments below. We're committed to revealing the truth about what's really happening inside your body. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for our next shocking revelation about common foods that could be destroying your health. Hey there! Have you ever wondered why, even when you're doing all the right things, eating well, taking your vitamins, staying active, your legs sometimes feel weak, heavy, or just not as steady as they used to? You might think you're doing everything right to stay healthy. But here's the shocking truth. Some of those vitamins you trust to keep you strong could actually be quietly sabotaging your legs. Yes, really. They could be stealing your freedom, making your legs feel weaker, and putting you at risk for dangerous falls. Today, I'm going to share the eye-opening truth about the 3 vitamins that can quietly harm your muscles, and why it's so important to pay attention, especially if you're over 60. This isn't just about feeling a little tired. We're talking about vitamins that can slowly chip away at your ability to walk, stand, and live freely, right under your nose. So, stick with me. This info could literally save your legs, your independence, and maybe even your life. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a personalized health tip designed just for you. Drop a 1 in the comments if this video helps you, or a 0 if you want me to make it better. Alright, now let's get to it. Vitamins. They're often seen as harmless little helpers, right? Tiny pills promising longer life and stronger bodies. But for seniors, especially those of us over 60, things get a little more complicated, and even dangerous. As we age, our bodies don't absorb, hold on to, or get rid of vitamins the same way anymore. What once helped keep us healthy can start to build up and cause real harm. Here's the kicker. Fat-soluble vitamins, like a D and E, don't flush out easily. They can stack up in your system over time, creating hidden risks that most people don't know about. And these extra vitamins don't just sit quietly. They can mess with your blood flow, your nerve signals, and muscle performance. That's why you might feel off balance, more tired than usual, or notice your legs aren't as steady as before. All of this raises your risk of serious falls, something no one wants. Here's the real kicker. Most seniors overdose on vitamins because they careless. It's because they trying to do the right thing. They take supplements with good intentions, not realizing the hidden dangers that come with mixing and matching without guidance. Knowing about these hidden risks isn't just about staying healthy. It's about keeping your independence, your mobility, and your dignity during the years that truly matter. So, let's get straight to it. Number 1 on the list. The silent muscle killer. Vitamin A. You've probably heard all the good stuff about vitamin A. How it helps your skin glow, boosts your immune system, and protects your eyesight. Sounds like a hero, right? But here's what most people don't know. After 60, vitamin A can quietly turn into one of the biggest threats to your muscles and strength. What was once your friend can become a sneaky enemy that slowly chips away at your muscle power, especially in your legs, and threatens your independence. Why? Because as we get older, our bodies aren't as good at processing and clearing out fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A. Instead of flushing it out, vitamin A starts to build up silently in your liver and fat cells, unlike water-soluble vitamins that your body easily gets rid of. Over time, this buildup can hit toxic levels. Your liver struggles to keep up, your bones lose density, and the worst part, your muscles, especially your legs, start to weaken faster than before. In the early signs, they're subtle. You might notice standing up from a chair feels tougher than usual. Climbing stairs requires more effort, or your legs feel unusually heavy even after a short walk. It's easy to brush these off as just getting older. But what's really happening is your muscles are caught in a silent storm of inflammation. Too much vitamin A causes inflammation in your muscle fibers, which leads to soreness, stiffness, and weakness. Even worse, it messes with your body's ability to absorb calcium and magnesium, 2 minerals you absolutely need for muscles to contract and relax properly. So if you've been feeling these symptoms, it might be time to take a closer look at how much vitamin A you're really getting. Without calcium and magnesium, even the simplest movements become exhausting. The balance that once kept you steady on your feet starts to slip away. Think about this for a moment. Your strength is quietly being chipped away by an enemy you. Unknowingly feeding every time you pop that vitamin-rich multivitamin, or eat foods fortified with it. What makes vitamin A toxicity so sneaky is that it doesn't make a big scene. It creeps up slowly, until one day after a fall, a fracture, or a sudden hospital visit, you realize just how much weaker your legs have become. And here's the scary part. The danger doesn't stop there. Your hips and legs, the very core of your mobility, suffer the most from too much vitamin A. It accelerates bone loss too. Since bone density naturally decreases as we age, adding excess vitamin A is like pouring gasoline on a fire. Weak muscles paired with fragile bones are a recipe for serious injuries, permanent loss of movement, and sadly, loss of independence. That's why it's so important to take control right now. Don't just blindly trust over-the-counter supplements. Always check what you're taking. Cut back on fortified foods, and focus on getting vitamin A naturally through a balanced diet. Once you hit 60 and beyond, your body demands respect, thoughtful nutrition, and careful care. Not more of what you assume is healthy, but might actually be harmful. And vitamin A is just the beginning. There are other vitamins that can quietly undermine your strength and stability every single day. One of these is actually even more common, and it can turn your once strong legs into a source of discomfort and unsteadiness. Are you ready to find out what it is? If you're still with me and finding this useful, drop a quick comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Now, let's talk about the second hidden danger. Too much vitamin D, we've all heard it 1,000 times. From doctors, commercials, even well-meaning friends. Take your vitamin D. It's essential for strong bones, and that's true in the right amount.
Yes.
But here's the problem. Vitamin D has become such a symbol of good health that many older adults are unknowingly taking far too much. And the scary truth? That overload can quietly wreak havoc on your legs, your muscles, and your independence. This is something every senior needs to know, because it's rarely talked about but incredibly common. As we age, our bodies struggle more and more to regulate minerals like calcium. Normally, vitamin D helps us absorb calcium and keeps our bones strong. But when you take too much, especially through supplements, it throws your system out of balance. That calcium starts flooding your bloodstream, and that condition is called hypercalcemia. It's not just some word on a lab report. Hypercalcemia is a slow, relentless attack on your muscles. It hardens tendons, stiffens your limbs, and creates a painful cycle of cramps, fatigue, and muscle weakness. You might notice your stride getting shorter, your pace slower, your steps less confident. But here's the part that hurts the most. Most seniors who take too much vitamin D are doing it because they genuinely care about their health. What no one told them is that vitamin D is fat-soluble, not water-soluble like vitamin C. That means it doesn't just flush out in your urine. It stays in your system, builds up over time, and can quietly reach dangerous levels. And once your kidneys are overloaded with too much calcium to filter, they begin to struggle. You'll start to see swelling in your lower body. Your legs feel heavy, sore, and alarmingly weak. That fluid retention begins in the ankles and creeps up into the calves and thighs, until even a short walk leaves you breathless and trembling. Imagine looking forward to a peaceful walk in the park, only to find your legs can barely carry you. Or picture yourself at a family dinner about to stand up, and suddenly a sharp, painful cramp shoots through your thigh, keeping you stuck in your seat. This isn't just aging. It's a preventable issue, one that can be avoided with the right knowledge and the right balance. And here's the thing. The damage doesn't stop with your muscles. The effects of vitamin D overload can ripple throughout your body in ways you might never expect. So before you reach for that high-dose D supplement, pause. Check your intake. Talk to your doctor. Be informed, because your strength and freedom are worth protecting. Now here's something truly alarming. When you get too much vitamin D, all that extra calcium doesn't just float around harmlessly. It starts to settle into places it absolutely shouldn't be. Calcium deposits begin forming in soft tissues like your blood vessels, joints, and even your muscles. Over time, those once flexible, living tissues turn rigid like concrete.
Ow.
Your muscles lose their spring, their power, their reliability. What used to be an easy walk now feels like dragging sandbags. Staircase that once felt like nothing suddenly looks like a mountain, and every slip or stumble becomes a far more serious threat. Most seniors don't realize what's happening until it's too far along. The damage has already started. Mobility is already limited. And here's the painful irony. All this often starts with good intentions. You wanted to protect your bones. You were afraid of fractures or weakness, and so you took more vitamin D, thinking you were helping yourself. But instead, the very thing meant to protect you is putting you at greater risk for exactly what you feared: weaker muscles, more brittle bones, and a terrifying loss of independence. That's why no one over 60 should be taking high doses of vitamin D without regular blood work and medical guidance. Your body has changed. It doesn't need more. It needs balance. Because balance is what builds true strength, not excess. Now, if you've been with me this far, you might be thinking, okay, so I'll watch my vitamin A. I'll be careful with vitamin D. Right. But I need you to know, we're not done yet. There's more. Let us talk about the third and final hidden danger, and this one might surprise you the most. Vitamin E. That's right, the so-called anti-aging superhero. For years, it's been praised as an antioxidant powerhouse that protects your skin, your heart, and your cells. And for decades, seniors have been told, take your vitamin E. It'll help you live longer and stay healthier. But here's the truth nobody's talking about. Too much vitamin E can silently sabotage your strength, your balance, and your legs. How? It starts in your bloodstream. In small amounts, vitamin E does help circulation. But in high doses, it becomes a potent blood thinner, which means your body has a harder time controlling bleeding and transporting oxygen efficiently. Now think about what that means for your legs. If your muscles aren't getting enough oxygen and nutrients, they weaken. They fatigue faster. They lose that spring, that resilience, that drive that used to carry you through the day. You might start to notice that walks feel heavier, stairs more daunting, and even standing up gives you a moment of lightheaded wobble. Gentle slope may feel like a steep climb. A short trip to the mailbox might leave your legs trembling. This isn't in your head. This is the quiet drain of power, stability, and coordination, and vitamin E could be playing a major role. Here's the part that breaks my heart. Most seniors have no idea that their morning supplement routine is partly to blame. They think they're doing the right thing. That little vitamin E capsule they take with their coffee feels harmless, even helpful. But too much vitamin E doesn't just affect your blood. It can also interfere with muscle repair. See, your body is designed to heal after small stresses, like a brisk walk or a bit of yard work. That's how muscles grow stronger. But large amounts of antioxidants like vitamin E can block those natural repair signals. The result? Weaker muscles, slower recovery, faster decline in strength and function, especially after 60 when muscle mass is already naturally decreasing. And if that wasn't enough, studies link excess vitamin E to poor neuromuscular coordination. In plain terms, your reaction time slows, your reflexes aren't as sharp. That's where the real danger lies, because all it takes is one moment of hesitation. One misstep off a curb, one slip in the kitchen, 1 second too late, and your entire world could change. Imagine spending a lifetime staying active, eating well, doing everything right, only to have your freedom stolen by a well-meaning supplement that no one warned you about, but now you know. And knowledge is power, especially when it comes to protecting your legs, your balance, and your independence. Now, that isn't just aging. It's not just how it goes after 60. That's avoidable damage. It's damage caused by something you were told was healthy. And that's why vitamin E, just like A and D, needs to be treated with caution and care. If you're over 60, don't just go by what the supplement label claims. Ask your doctor, do I really need this? How much is right for me? Because ignoring this advice could cost far more than money. It could cost your mobility, your independence, even your confidence. But the story doesn't end here. There's one more danger, and it's not a vitamin. It's something so common, so normal, that we barely notice it. Yet this everyday habit may be the final straw that tips your legs into total weakness. Are you ready for it? Let's move on. But first, if you're still with me, type "still watching" in the comments. Love knowing who's here, paying attention, and fighting for their future. Now on to point number 4, the real price of weak legs, and why you must act now. Weak legs aren't just annoying. they aren't just a senior issue. They are a red flag, a cry for help from your body. They're not just about aches and fatigue. They are the slow, heartbreaking erosion of freedom, of everything you've built your life on. Think about it. Every time your legs give out, every time you hesitate to go outside, every time you sit back down because you're afraid you'll fall, you're losing more than strength. You're losing moments, memories, opportunities to live the life you've earned. No more dancing with your grandkids. No more tending the garden you love. No more walks in the park holding your partner's hand. Even everyday things, like grocery shopping, climbing a few stairs, or simply crossing your living room, start to feel like climbing a mountain. And with every step you don't take, your world gets smaller. Your confidence fades, and loneliness begins to creep in. But here's the truth that no one tells you. Weak legs don't just happen. They're a symptom. A message from your body saying, pay attention, do something. You're not powerless, you're not too old, and it's not too late. You just need the right information and the courage to act on it. Start by rethinking your supplements. Talk to your doctor. Move more, even just a little each day. Most importantly, respect your legs like the pillars of independence they truly are. Because your future doesn't belong in a wheelchair or on the sidelines. It belongs out in the world, moving, exploring, and fully alive. It's not just about broken bones. It's about broken balance, physically and emotionally. Yes. Because when you fall, it's not only your body that hits the ground. You can break more than one bone in a single fall. But you can also break something far more fragile, your confidence, your spirit, your future. The numbers don't lie. Seniors who fall often face long, grueling hospital stays, difficult rehab, and sometimes they never return home. Instead, they enter assisted living, not by choice, but by consequence. And sadly, many never fully reclaim the freedom they once enjoyed. But here's the real cost, the one no doctor bill can show. You begin to lose your spontaneity. You hesitate to say yes to travel, family trips, or time with friends, not because you don't want to go, but because a quiet fear keeps whispering, what if I fall? What if I can't keep up? What if I embarrass myself? That fear builds invisible walls around your life. Other people can't see them, but you feel them every single day. And with those walls comes something heavier than weak legs. Sadness, frustration, isolation. You begin to feel trapped in a body that no longer listens, and soon, emotional pain joins the physical. But here's the most painful truth of all. This downward spiral is often avoidable. Weak legs aren't just a product of aging. They're the result of small, overlooked choices. Day after day, year after year, that chip away at your strength. That's why you must act now, not someday, not after the next fall, not after you've lost what truly matters. Your independence, your vitality, your place in the vibrant world around you. You deserve better than that. You deserve to be strong, confident, and free to live life on your terms. But awareness alone isn't enough. You also need to take smart action, cutting out hidden hazards, making informed decisions, and rebuilding your strength from the inside out. Surprisingly, the first and most powerful step doesn't involve exercise, therapy, or even physical movement. It starts with what you put into your body. Your daily supplements, your meals, your habits. If you're ready to learn exactly what to avoid and how to nourish your legs properly, stick around, 'cause in the next video, we're going to break down what really works to restore your leg strength and rebuild your independence, without falling into supplement traps. Are you ready to learn a few simple yet powerful changes that could help you regain your strength and protect your legs for the years ahead? Stick with me, because what comes next might completely change how you look at your health. Fifth, how to protect yourself immediately. You need to overhaul your entire life to take control of your leg strength and hold on to your independence. All begins with small, intentional choices you make each day. Over time, they add up to big results. If you want to keep walking, standing tall, and living freely, the time to act is now. Letting hidden damage continue, even for a few more months, can make rebuilding your strength that much harder. And it starts with rethinking what you're putting into your body. Some supplements you once trusted Things you thought were helping might actually be doing quiet harm. Take a good look at the vitamins and multivitamins you use every day. Flip those bottles over. Check the labels. If you see high doses of vitamins A, D, or E, you might be unknowingly feeding the very weakness you're trying to avoid. Before starting any supplement, have a real conversation with your doctor. Your needs at 65 or 75 aren't the same as they were at 40. These days, smart choices aren't about more, they're about precision. Then, focus on your diet. No medicine can match the healing power of real food. Go for whole foods that naturally support your muscles and bones. Lean meats, leafy greens, colorful fruits, seeds, nuts, and plenty of water. Let your meals become your medicine. Whole foods deliver vitamins in forms and amounts your body can safely use. But processed foods and heavily fortified products, they can overload your system with synthetic vitamins and push your body out of balance. Your next line of defense? Routine checkups. Ask for blood work that looks at your calcium levels, kidney function, and vitamin status. Don't settle for vague reassurances. Get specific answers. Knowing where you stand helps you take the right action and adjust before small imbalances turn into serious problems. This is bravery. It's not just caution. Choosing to move is one of the most powerful acts of honor you can make. Your legs are living, responsive, and ready to serve you. They're just waiting to be used. Simple movement, walking, stretching, light strength training keeps your blood flowing, your muscles awake, and your joints fluid. You don't need fancy equipment. Just consistent, gentle effort. Every time you move, you're sending a message. I still need you. I still believe in you. And your body listens. It responds. This is you saying no to dependency, no to quietly fading into weakness that could have been prevented. This is you taking a bold stand for your strength, your dignity, and your future. But even with the right supplements, a smart diet, doctor's guidance, and regular movement, there's still one more hidden threat. One that drains your energy faster than you'd expect. One that quietly accelerates leg weakness. Get ready, because what you're about to learn might completely shift how you protect yourself after 60. Your strength, your freedom, your choice. The journey of life is built one step at a time. Every step is powered by your strength, by your confidence to move, explore, and live fully. But as we've seen, even well-meaning habits like blindly trusting vitamins can slowly chip away at that strength. After 60, every choice matters more. The body becomes less forgiving. The margin for error gets smaller. Weak legs aren't just about lost muscle. They're about lost joy, lost independence, and lost connection. But here's the truth. You're not powerless. In fact, now that you have this knowledge, you hold more power than ever. You know it's risky to rely on supplements without guidance. You understand that caring for your legs means protecting your freedom, your ability to stay active, be present for your family, and wake up each day with pride and purpose. And the best part? It's never too late to make a change. By taking small, informed steps, checking your supplements, focusing on real food, working with your doctor, and respecting what your body needs, you can begin to rebuild your strength. From here on, every decision you make can either quietly close doors or boldly open new ones. Remember, aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean wisdom. It can mean resilience. It can mean showing yourself and everyone around you that true vitality has no age. Your legs aren't just limbs. They carry your spirit, your goals, and your freedom. You have the power to step into the future with courage, clarity, and confidence. This is your life, your health, your choice. So will today be the day you take that first decisive step? These videos aren't just information. They're here to inspire you to live fully, freely, and true to yourself. Now I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect what's one thing you've learned today that you want to apply in your own life. Let's support each other as we face these truths together. If this video resonated with you, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, feel free to leave a 0. Either way, your feedback means the world to us. And if you want more helpful, eye-opening content like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. And more importantly, here's to a strong, joyful, and independent life.